Hi, I'm Rebecca from the Rust Foundation, and you are watching the Cloud Therapist channel.
Can you do a quick intro, please?
So, yep, I'm Rebecca Rumbul. I'm Executive Director and CEO of the Rust Foundation. The Rust Foundation is a 501c6 registered in Delaware, and we are the stewards of the Rust programming language. So we exist to make sure that Rust is safe, secure, sustainable, and that it can be used well by anyone that wants to.
What is Rust?
So Rust is a lightning fast, memory safe, non-garbage collector language. It's mostly for systems programming, but it's kind of grown, and with the growth and with the adoption, it's being used in lots and lots of different places now. So Rust is a relatively young, relatively new language, but it's gaining traction very fast. The Rust Foundation is the steward of the Rust programming language. So we exist purely to make sure that Rust is safe, secure, sustainable, and that the community is well served, and people that develop it and use it, whether those be large corporations or individual maintainers, can get the most out of it that they want.
What are some Rust use cases?
Lots of stuff. It was originally really just supposed to be systems programming, as I said, but it's kind of grown, and it's grown off very organically into lots of different areas. So WASM is an area that it's been very very quickly picked up. It's being obviously Linus has talked about using it in the kernel. So it's popping up all over the place. It's not for everything. I'm not here to say that you should only use Rust and that every other language is dead. That is not what I'm saying. But yeah, it's popping up everywhere, and we're in a really exciting phase at the moment of just seeing what kind of new innovative ideas people have with it.
How do you balance the needs of different stakeholders from the Rust community?
It is a balancing act. We are really fortunate at the Rust Foundation, again, because we are young, we have the benefit of being able to look at the experiences of a lot of other foundations, and constitute ourselves slightly differently, but in a way that we think gives or ensures that the community in particular will continue to have a very strong voice on the Rust Foundation board of directors. So we have we at the foundation we have corporate board members. The pay to play, you pay for a board seat or you pay for membership. But we have 5 board seats reserved for the community, which is quite a lot compared to other foundations. And the other thing that we have baked into our bylaws is that most of the big decisions the foundation takes have to be supermajority votes. So regardless of how many, very moneyed platinum members we have on the board, the community can never be outvoted by them. There always has to be a kind of consensus on the board to make some of the big decisions, which I think is great, because there's not, the community can always have confidence that they have good representation and that they cannot be bought out by one or more corporations. So I think in terms of our governance, that is a really powerful a way for us to balance interests. I think the other thing as well is the way we spend our money. We make sure that it's not just focused on corporate needs, it's based on maintainer needs as well. So for all that we try and make sure that Rust is attractive for adoption, we also try and make sure that we can fund maintainers through our fellowship and grants program, and that we're also trying to hire maintainers to actually do the really good work that needs to be done.
How do you foster a culture of collaboration between the foundation and users of Rust?
I honestly think I'm in an extremely fortunate position, because in many ways it's the other way around. It's them that foster the spirit of collaboration with the rest of us who manage the foundation. Our community are amazingly collaborative, and they are really really invested in kind of consensus based decision making. So actually it always feels quite natural to be collaborative, and people are not very adversarial either. You know, Rust is not a community where you will come into it and people will be bad mouthing other languages or anything like that. And I think we try and reflect that in not just, you know, staying in our own little bubble. As the foundation, you know, we try and work very collaboratively with other foundations like Linux, like OpenSSF, like OpenUK here. So we try and make sure that we are always kind of reaching out, not trying to reinvent any wheels, you know, not trying to step on toes, but trying to kind of get the most good people around a table as much as possible. To make good stuff.
What's next for the Rust Foundation?
We were really excited. This week we were able to announce our new interop initiative, which is for C++ and Rust interop. Google have funded that initial setup stage with $1 million, which is amazing. Whilst, you know, there's some people out there that don't care about C++, there's obviously a huge number of people and businesses that really do care. You know, as much as we love Rust, C++ is not going anywhere, and there's an awful lot of users that really need to kind of, you know, have better interoperability. So that is a big initiative. We are at the very beginning stages of spinning up. We're also continuing to invest in our security initiative, which is about, you know, not just kind of stationing a security guard somewhere, but really trying to proactively map and assess the ecosystem. We're publishing threat models. We're developing tooling to hopefully help in automating, you know, good security hygiene practice as standards. So those are the kind of two big things at the moment. We'll also be having a new round of fellowships opening for application in the next couple of months, and we're being involved in Google Summer of Code this year. So we've got quite a lot planned for the next few months.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me. You may also want to check out some of the other videos on this channel. Bye for now.